going on, everybody? Welcome back to the One by One podcast. I'm your host, Emegano. In most episodes, I sit down with athletes, business owners, high-level people. We talk about the systems, the standards that keep them grounded, mainly in competition, right? So I'm sitting here today with OKC. Are you from OKC?
I'm not. I'm from Michigan.
No? Well, we'll claim you for a little bit, man. My guy's Zach Hankins. Hanks, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I appreciate being claimed by OKC because that's where I want to be the rest of my life. So
yeah. Well, how long have you been? For one, let's talk about where you are located right now. Where are you at right now?
I am currently in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv,
I didn't even know that. You are in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
It's going.
Are you enjoying it out there?
I'm enjoying it. I'm dealing with a little bit of an injury right now. But we just got back onto doing some court work, so going to be ramping it up here pretty soon, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, man, I want to talk about that here shortly. But first, let's do just a little introduction, man. You're not from Oklahoma City, news to my ears. So where are you from, man? Where are you from?
So I'm originally from northern Michigan, tiny little town called Charlevoix, like 2,000 people that live there year-round. And so I played basketball at Division II in Michigan, transferred to Xavier for 1 year at the end of my career, met my now wife, who is from Oklahoma City. And so that's why I transplanted down to Oklahoma City and have loved living there ever since. So that's home.
How long have you been here? How long have you been? I mean, I met you here, obviously. How long have you been here?
Yeah. 5 years. I think 5 years in Oklahoma City as home base.
Yeah. I said it's cold, man. You said it's nothing like Michigan right now?
It's nothing like Michigan right now. They got no crazy wind. The lakes are insane to look at right now. Like it's different.
You went to a D2?
I spent 4 years at a Division II college called Fair State University in Michigan. 1 year I redshirted my freshman year, played 3 years, and graduated in those 4 years, so I had another year of eligibility. This was before all the NIL transfer stuff.
Yeah.
So we went 38-1 and won the national championship at Division II my last year.
Oh, wow.
And so I graduated and I transferred with my 1 year of eligibility to go to Xavier University in Cincinnati and go D1 and play 1 year there.
Oh, wow, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. So you had 1 year at Xavier. What was that transition like from D2 to Xavier?
Insane transition. Because I loved my Fair State is an amazing place, a great athletic system. Their football program has won 4 or 5 national championships now in the last 4 or 5 years. Sent guys to the NFL. They got really, really great athletics, but it's Division II. The money is just not the same.
Right.
And so I went from 1 pair of shoes from the team a year to at Xavier, they're handing me a sheet with a bunch of Nikes, and they said, just circle whichever ones you want. I said, how many? They were like, as many as you want. So I circled 5 shoes and got all 5, and then they did it again halfway through the year, and it's different. The money was
That's
different.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
What was the talent level like for all my? Because there's and no discredit to D2 guys, because there's a lot of really good D2, D3, and you know what I'm saying? There's guys that can play everywhere. What was did you guys have a bunch of, how many guys on your team do you think, or that played Division I? Were there many?
From Division II that
moved maybe transferred in, or guys you think that could have played D1?
Yeah, so we had my point guard, one of the best point guards I've ever played with, Drew Cushingberry. He actually turned down a transfer opportunity. And so he could have transferred to Division I. There's a couple guys that had some offers and some looks. A big thing is just size. The size is the biggest difference from Division I to Division II. The skill level was great at Division II. I still see D2 guys that I'm playing against right now overseas at high level. And, there's the little hey, Division II, what's up,
Yeah. But you're big though, right?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Center, just straight up center.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a big. So what was the transition for you like? You're a D2 big coming to Power 5 D1. What was that like for you?
Um,
What was the hardest change?
the hardest change, shoot, really. I mean, I think my Division II school, it was so special there with the type of conditioning and the type of mental training that they did with us. That going into D1, I was geared up and ready to work and put in work. Like the conditioning and stuff we did at Division 1, I was just flying through and having a good time doing it. And we had a great group of guys too, but like I was the fastest. We did a mile sprint, which was one of our conditioning tests. I beat everybody on the team.
How's that
Like
possible?
I was just
At Xavier?
at Xavier. I'm six
No
foot ten,
way.
coming off the summer, and I beat everybody on the team in the mile. But I mean, shoot, one of the biggest things to adjust to is definitely like, I mean, it's just size. You got guards that are 6'9", 6'8", that are just about your size. The strength and physicality is different. One of my fellow bigs at Xavier, Tyreek Jones, he's actually on Olympiacos right now in EuroLeague.
Oh, I
He
know
was, I
Tyreek.
mean,
Yeah.
he's a physical specimen. Like he is so
Yeah.
athletic and so strong, and so for him, he was really helpful for me because I had to play against him every single day, and so that just kind
Yeah.
of picked up my physicality and that level of play to then be
What year?
successful in
What
Division
year
One.
was he? What year was he when you were playing against him?
I think he was either a sophomore or a
How,
junior. I think he was a
oh yeah,
junior.
you only had 1 year. Was
Yeah.
that intimidating for you?
At first, yeah. At first, I mean, I'm looking at these guys and they're
Yeah.
they're built phenomenally and they're very athletic and they're very talented. They've been playing at that level in front of 10,000 people. I never played in front of that many people at that stage, nationally televised games. But ultimately, when I step on the court, man, it's just kind of like my mindset shifted, and any thoughts of me not belonging there would just be gone. And now I'm here, and I'm gonna beat the guy across from me.
What do you remember most from that year?
I mean, I met my wife. That's the number one thing. I met my wife. She
For
played 4 years
sure.
at Xavier.
For sure.
That's obviously number one. The main thing though was just like that was the first time I really got to play just in front of thousands of people on a big stage and the big lights, and that energy just was so much fun for me with my personality. I think that's really helped me grow a lot in my professional game because now a lot of games are in front of that many people over here, and it's big stages. Like this is my right now. This team I'm on is my first shot at EuroLeague. I only got to play in one game before getting injured, but like it's a big level, it's a big stage, and to have that mentality, developed early on, I think was really good.
What is EuroLeague?
So,
For all of my
yeah,
listeners, man, I listen. I get this question all the time. What is
yeah,
EuroLeague and what is it not? Because, and I'll say this because everybody's like, "Oh, you played in the EuroLeague," and it's like, no,
yeah,
no, you played in the European League. You didn't play in
yeah,
EuroLeague. So
yeah. That's
tell us
that's
what EuroLeague is.
Yeah, a lot of times it's funny because you know this as well as I do as everybody else who plays overseas. You go back home to the States and people ask where you play and you're like, just overseas. And that could mean anywhere in the world at any level and they don't know. But they're like, okay,
Yeah,
cool. And you don't want to explain it. Um,
yeah.
so basically the easiest way I do it is every single country outside of the United States has their own league, domestic league, like the NBA is in the United States. Spain has their own ACB is what it's called. It's their own domestic league. Czech Republic has their own. Germany has their own. Japan has their own. Everybody has their own league inside of the country. And then in Europe, they decided to take the top teams and put them into a European league. Currently, there are four main ones. There's a couple other side ones as well, but the main ones that I tell people about is EuroLeague is the top one. It's the place where if you don't make the NBA and you're in and out, or even some guys that had great careers in the NBA and just end up outside of it, EuroLeague. That's the Madrids, Barcelonas, Fenerbahces, the best of the best. But it's a two-tiered league, just like there's the NBA and the G League, there's the EuroLeague and the Euro Cup. But it's a lot closer than the NBA and the G League. So EuroLeague, if you're at the bottom, the next year you drop down to Euro Cup. Euro Cup, if you win the Euro Cup, you go up to EuroLeague. A lot of money, a lot of fans, a lot of great basketball and great basketball players. Then FIBA, the the international governing body of basketball, they wanted to create a league to compete against EuroLeague and Euro Cup. So they created Basketball Champions League and FIBA Europe Cup. Now, they haven't been as successful as EuroLeague and Euro Cup, but there's basically two tiered systems of two separate systems that you qualify for by being the best in your country. And so you play both in your domestic cup, in your domestic league, and you also play in a European league. But yeah, EuroLeague is the best of the best outside of the NBA. A lot of money, a lot of fans, a lot of great basketball. And it is an absolute blessing to have this opportunity this year to be able to play in that league.
Man, for one, congrats. Like when I heard you sign there, I was like, no way. Like that was dope for me to see you sign there, bro. For one, but for two, the way that you just described that was amazing.
It's
People ask me all the time, bro, and I'm like, okay, well, there's 4 leagues. You've got the EuroLeague, Euro Cup, Champions League, FIBA Euro, and and it kind of gets lost. And that was really good, though. The two tiered makes a lot of sense, though. Obviously, the EuroLeague is EuroLeague, Euro Cup, but I don't even explain it that way, and that's probably the best way to explain it. But I knew it, but I also didn't know that history as EuroLeague created EuroLeague and then Euro Cup, and then FIBA created Champions League and FIBA Euro Cup. I didn't even know those two details, those nuances.
Well, it was because EuroLeague wasn't allowing the FIBA break for people to go play for their national teams.
Right.
And so, really, really great players in these leagues weren't being allowed. They're continuing to play games without having a break for people to fly home and play for their Team Germany, Team USA, Team whatever. And so FIBA got mad and they're like, all right, we'll just try to outcompete you. And now actually that's leading into NBA Europe, which is coming in the next couple of years.
Do you want to talk about, do you know much about that? What are your thoughts about NBA Europe?
I think it could be really, really great. And they already have kind of like word of mouth, what is it called? Like teams saying, we will come to you if you do
Yeah,
this.
they've got a few promises.
So
They've got a few like shoe-ins.
it's
Barcelona's
the
on
big
the
ones.
Barcelona's on the line.
Yep.
They're on the
And
fence.
they're putting the soccer money behind it too. That's what their NBA kind of targeted the clubs with big soccer fans and programs. And basically FIBA is like, hey, we'll partner with you so we can beat EuroLeague, and probably steal some of those guys. So I hear about, man, like I think 26, 27 or 27, 28, like they're really going to push hard for it. And if you do NBA marketing and that
That's
experience
scary.
and that money behind
That's
it,
scary.
but you got to respect that Europe is a different kind of basketball, that it's more about the team than it is about the player.
Yeah.
NBA is the
Yeah.
big names. Here it's the big
Yeah.
teams, and those
Yeah.
fans are diehard fourth, fifth, sixth generation fans. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
man. What is so to walk us through today, like current day, man. You've been in Tel Aviv all season? You
No,
s-
so I started in Spain. I don't know,
where
you know
at?
something about Spain. That's
Where
I
were you
started at
at?
Granada.
Oh, Granada. Was it nice? It was super nice there.
It was beautiful, man. I loved
Yeah,
it.
Granada's dumb
It was
nice.
It was a great place, and
Yeah.
as personally, this, like the ACB is one of the top domestic leagues in the world.
Yeah.
Amazing basketball, super well organized. Um, People compare even just the Spanish domestic league to competing with the European leagues just because of how good they are.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
but it was a team that was supposed to be relegated to second division in Spain last year.
Hmm.
That second division team that would have taken their spot didn't have the money, so they stayed. Well, so I went in there thinking, hey, great opportunity to have a lot of good stats, break my way into the Spanish league,
Hmm.
which Spain, everybody wants to play in Spain. It's a beautiful place. We did not have a lot of success.
Hmm.
We struggled a lot. But I was bought in and I was getting really, really good. I was starting to figure out the Spanish system. I had some couple really good games. But but then my agent got a call from Maccabi Tel Aviv. And I've obviously played in Israel a couple of years. I won an MVP in the Israeli league. And so this coach knew
in
me.
the first league. Oh, you
My
want?
first year in Jerusalem, I won MVP of Israel.
Oh
And
wow.
so I had two really good seasons here, and the coach knew me well. I had beaten Maccabi a lot of times.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and so my agent got the call, and we had an easy buyout. And I'm like, this is an opportunity
Oh
to play in
wow.
the EuroLeague, and we got to take it, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how
Yeah.
happy were you?
There was a lot of happiness. There was also a lot of
Hey, bro.
hesitation
Really?
because it's Israel, and I
Yeah, for
left
sure.
Israel in my second year due to the war. The war broke out. We all left the country. We were playing outside of the country for the European leagues while the war was going on. They restarted the Israeli league, and so they said, "Hey, we got to come back and play." I said, "Okay." So I brought my wife back, and we played. And then Iran entered in for the first time back then, and I have video of like the Iron Dome, their defense system, going off from my back balcony, like right by it, because there were ballistic missiles flying in over our heads and drones and cruise missiles, and that's something that we weren't prepared to handle at the time.
Bro, I
And
need
so,
that film. I need to see
dude,
that. That's crazy.
it's insane. And a lot of guys in Israel have similar stories, man. A lot of guys have those videos, and for me, my wife was not comfortable. I wasn't comfortable with my wife wasn't comfortable. I called the team and I said, "Hey, we're gonna step out and reconsider and think about what we want to do." Ended up not coming back. Was heartbreaking because we loved it. Jerusalem was our home at the time. We loved
Gosh,
the city. We loved the people. We are deep in our faith, and so going to all these amazing faith-based places for us was so special. And so leaving was really tough. Coming back, we had to think about it. We had to talk about it, and we ended up making the decision to come back. And honestly, it kind of feels like coming back to a second home. So that's nice.
bro, to this day, Tel Aviv is top three best places I've ever been.
Yeah,
Tel Aviv,
it's a
like, and so when I was in Champions League, we played Jerusalem. That's when
okay.
Amari was owning the team, and well, he's the
Yeah,
owner, but he played on the team.
yeah, yeah,
Man, we went and played there. Yeah, that's crazy. We went and played
yeah,
there, dude. And we did the whole thing. Like we went there early. We stayed there, I think, 4 days. We did the
yeah.
whole walk. I mean, we did everything, bro. And
Mhm.
that was that place. There's like words can't describe that place, bro. I love that
Yeah,
place. Jerusalem, all of
it's
Tel Aviv.
beautiful. They
I
got
hate to
great
see
people.
what I hate to see what's going on now, man. Obviously, well,
Yeah,
I say now, but
yeah.
like
It's
what's
it's
going
it's a
on?
very complex thing. It's super difficult, and the people here want it to be over just as badly as everyone
Yeah.
wants it to be over. But yeah, no, Israel is a really special place. And what's funny, bro, the year after Amari played at Jerusalem, I actually played in like the COVID bubble in Israel.
Okay.
This was like rookie season, right? COVID broke out. My season gets shut down in the Czech Republic. I get a call that says, "Hey, like Israel's the first country that's going to open basketball back up. They're doing 10 weeks to finish their season over the summer of
Yeah,
2021."
I
And
remember.
so I come out for 10 weeks. I'm locked in my apartment the whole time. It sucked. But the basketball was really good.
Yeah.
Played against Jerusalem, and at the time, Amari Stoudemire was on Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm on Rishon LeZion, some little
Yeah, I
team,
know
that,
Rashawn. Yeah.
yeah. Well, we end up going up against them in the finals. And I had gotten word that like, hey, this is just word, but like Maccabi's looking to sign you. This was like 2 or 3 days before the game, bro. This is like right before our finals championship game against them. So now I'm getting, oh man, I'm kind of like, this is crazy. I'm going up
Yeah.
against these teams. They're talking about signing me. First play of the game, Amari Stoudemire drop step dunks me like bad. Posted on Instagram, House of Highlights,
No
like bad.
way.
Yes. One time I've been on House of Highlights on Instagram is Amari Stoudemire, 40 years old, drop step shacking me. And then I foul,
Oh
I foul
God, I
out
can't
with
wait
two
till we
points.
find these.
Dog, it's funny. I foul out with 2 points, and they're like, "Yeah, never mind. We're not signing you."
That's crazy. Wow. And then now you're back
Uh,
though, full circle.
Full circle. I made it. I made it back here.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
So
it's a
so
fun story.
today, man, today as you're in EuroLeague, what is your like what's it look like for you? How was you came from Granada, ACB.
Mhm.
First off, what's the change like? Second of all, what's your situation like right now? What's going on with
Um,
in your time, in your days right now?
yeah. So like I said, I only played 3 games, two in Israeli league, and one like I got 5 minutes against
Mm-hmm.
Valencia. Um,
Ooh, that's a good game
first,
though.
first, yeah, but first game back in Israel that EuroLeague has allowed. Um, but like I was trying to learn the system at the time. I was trying to get going. There's a good opportunity here because they don't really have any straight up centers. They got lots of bigs, but
Yeah.
these bigs are really really well rounded with their game. They can shoot. They got a little bit of handles on them. They can finish, pretty great around the rim. They got great touch, and they're really good. But they don't have a straight up big guy center, and they wanted me to fill that role. So it was a great role to come into, and I'm really disappointed about the fact that I got injured like after 2 weeks of being here. That was really challenging for me, but I was like, you know what? Put my head down, work really hard on my body, work on my conditioning as much as I can, come back, and then, being injured just makes you hungry. Like that's just something that makes you really, really hungry to get back. Um, the interesting thing is with EuroLeague, they have so many games. They have double weeks, so 2 games in EuroLeague, along with your domestic league games, a lot of travel. So the workload when I was in Spain wasn't in any European competition, just the Spanish ACB. We were playing 1 game a week, and we were practicing crazy hard, crazy hard. And my coach was, I didn't start great, so my coach was pushing me to do extra
He
work
said
on top of
crazy
it.
hard, bro. I
Dude, I
already
was
know.
Oh man, I was exhausted. My body was aching, but I felt good. I was building up. I was
Yeah.
building a lot of endurance and strength. We come here and I mean the practices, we're not doing barely any live. There's a lot of recovery practice, and I get it because of how much we travel
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
play games and stuff. But it was it was definitely a big change for me because I kind of had to
Yeah.
rethink about like, okay, how much do I push my body? Got to think about travel, got to think about recovery and all this stuff. It's been good
So
to just kind of sit back and learn now.
as you're in the EuroLeague now, have you traveled at all?
I went to a game in Dubai.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was the first week. I didn't
Ooh.
play. I had been with the team for like 2 or 3
How was
days.
that?
It was, first of all, the hotel was phenomenal. Dubai's got money. But it was closed. It was closed doors, for
Uh-huh.
obvious reasons with
Yeah.
Israel.
Yeah.
Dubai just wanted to avoid any kind of issues, and the government generally acts that way too. So I closed doors. The guys played great, and it was super fun to be around and see, how we can win games, how we play. Um, and then yeah, that was just kind of like my first couple days there, and
Who are, who are the captains on that team? Who are the Americans and the captains on your team right now?
John DeBartolomeo is the team captain. He has been here for I think 9 years.
Okay. Okay.
He's American Israeli. So he's got
Oh,
a dual
okay.
passport. There's a lot of guys that have the dual passport. TJ Leaf, he
I know
played 4 years
lefty,
with the
white boy.
Pacers. White boy,
Yeah.
not lefty, but white boy.
He's not
Yeah, well,
lefty. It's right here.
uh, but he was with the Pacers for 4 years, and then China for 4 years, and now here. Um, Lonnie Walker is one of the imports.
A
He
whole
is an
bucket.
extremely talented guy.
A
Extremely
whole
talented
bucket. Jiminy
guy.
Christmas.
O'Shea Brissett.
I don't know who
He
that is.
uh, he was with the Celtics the year they won the championship. He had bounced around the league a little bit.
Okay.
Toronto, I think. Um, Jeffrey Downton Jr. He
Okay.
had some league time too.
Okay.
Jalen Horde. He was actually at OKC.
Shannon
Jalen Horde.
Horton.
Jalen Horde. Yeah, it was. I think it was around the COVID year.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of up and down with some injuries, I think, and trying to figure
Yeah.
out the roster and stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of good dudes here.
You talked about like the competition, having so many games and stuff, and not practicing, which is
Mm,
like its own hurdle in itself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you've been on, like I've been on teams where we traveled and you couldn't really practice. And as much as people like want to hate on practice, let there not be practice and then feel, you know what I mean? Like the work of having to put in extra work
yeah,
is probably the worst part. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you can't go practice, so you got to like find all these extra ways to get your workout in and get your shots in and get your recovery in, and it makes it like more hurdles, and I think that's part of the strain that's added onto the season, right?
I actually was just thinking about that today. Because with this injury, right, I'm doing extra work on the side. I'm lifting before the guys get there. I did my first shooting workout today on court to kind of like work on adding some impact to my body. And I was sitting there, I was thinking like, they only do so much live. But they do plenty of like shooting work one on one with a
Yeah.
coach, extra stuff on the side, lifting stuff, recovery stuff, a lot of walkthrough. And I'm sitting there thinking like, man, like I love having the conditioning part of it. Like when you're playing basketball, it's easy for basketball players to stay in shape when you're just running and hooping and playing, right? Like you're not thinking about running when you're chasing the ball. Like it makes it fun. And I thought about that. I'm like realizing like, man, you got to have so much professionalism to like, I got to make sure I hop on the bike for a little while. I got to make sure I run some extra sprints. Some of our guys just run sprints after practices just to get some extra run in. Like I got to make sure I get this workout in with my coach. Like let me schedule it. It is a lot, and it's a lot of professionalism and accountability. You kind of have to hold yourself to discipline. That like okay, they're letting me recover, and that's a good thing because I'm not playing just erratically, but I need to be really specific with what I can get in there to stay in shape without hurting my body. It definitely takes a
What is
lot. I can see.
And I know that I know what kind of like with the injuries that I've dealt with, how my mindset had to shift. How did your mindset have to shift going from playing and then dealing with the injury? Because like I said, like, and the thing that used to really make me mad was people would be like, "Oh, you're injured, you're on vacation," and it's like,
Yeah. No.
no, no. This is the worst part of this is the last thing that I would like to be doing. It's
Yeah.
like being injured and missing practice. So now I've got to show up an hour early to get on the bike and do stretches and do
Hmm.
rehab, watch practice. Then after practice, I got to do more rehab and ice, and everybody gets to go and eat. And I got to, like, I spent a lot of time injured, bro, and people think that it's fun and they talk to you. And mentally, also, that used to kill me. Like being sitting out with a torn ACL, and everybody's like, "Oh, how's vacation? You want a beer?" I'm like, "No,
Like,
dude, I hate it over here. I
yeah.
hate it over here."
Yeah, and that's why I think at this level, especially like not a single person wants to sit out a game. Like we're at this level playing professional basketball, when you're doing it for your job, you want to be playing. You have that competitiveness even beyond as the profession to make money that you just want to play. You have an opportunity to play this game as much longer than a lot of people. This game ends for everybody at some point, and it's a blessing to have it. And to have to sit out, number one, is already hard. And then to realize, not only do I have to sit out and not get to play, now I have to work really, really hard on my body just because. I got to eat right. I got to sleep right for healing. I got to get the treatment. I got to make sure I stay in condition because when I do come back, I can't be fat and slow after sitting out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, however many months. It takes a lot more discipline because you don't have the natural basketball just to keep you in
Yeah.
shape, to keep you mentally sharp.
And you're injured at a very high level. You know what I mean? Like right now, you're facing an injury, and like you said, and that's what I wanted to get into. And I think that you're in a mental, you're strong enough to kind of fight off or ward off those things, but they definitely do come to you. Um, and that's one thing I want to say. Like, how was that you getting injured and feeling like, because now it's a financial thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Obviously, you're worried because I don't know what the situation is, and a lot of people don't know what it is. But dealing with that, was that one thing that was crossing your mind? Is like, man, I might get cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
I got signed here because somebody else got cut, and it's a real thing in this life. One of my teammates in Granada that you actually know, he got cut from our team. Like it happens, and it's a scary thing when your profession is your performance, and sometimes injuries take you out of that. Sometimes mental like situations take you out of it. Sometimes just the situation in general can put you in a position to get cut, and that's your money, and your next contract is based on your reputation as well, and so you want to make sure that you put yourself in the best situation that you do have good options. But anytime you face that, I mean, it can be really tough, and you're moving your whole life where you're going too. Like it's a lot more than just I lost my job. It's I lost my job, I gotta leave this country, find another country, find another job. What am I taking with me? Because I'm packing up in 2 days and I'm moving somewhere else. And so it definitely it was crossed my mind, man, that I was going to get replaced.
Yeah.
It was a possibility. I still believe it was a possibility. It didn't happen, but I just had to get to the point of I'm okay with whatever happens because it's out of my control. What can I control? I can go in and work hard today, and I can
Have you
have a
ever
good
been
attitude while I'm doing that.
have you ever been released before?
I have never been released.
Really?
Well,
Congrats. It's not
well,
fun. Congrats.
I mean, well, okay, so I've signed contracts and lost them
He
due
said,
to injury.
well,
Listen,
kinda.
I I signed 2 times. I signed a contract, didn't actually end up going there because I had an
Okay.
injury, and we were just like, hey,
Yeah.
clean your
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
of it. I signed one time in Puerto Rico, which is kind of like a cash grab league. You
Yeah.
go there, you
Smash and
hoop, you make some
grab.
money,
Smash
and
and
I was
grab.
like, I had ACL too, and then 2 more surgeries on that same knee. And my knee wasn't really holding up with how they were playing. It was a game every other day, practice in between. It was rough, and I went to the team. I was like, hey, my body's not feeling great. They're like, okay, we have a 3-month season, so just go home and we'll call it good. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but those were the only 2 or 3 times that like a contract fell through. Um,
So this is
and I
your
saw they,
second. What injury do you have? We haven't even talked about that.
I have
What
a I
injury
have
do
a
you have right now?
I have a stress fracture above my ankle and my fibula. I think it's a fibula. Might be a tibia. I don't know. One of the two.
Tibia.
Um,
Tibia.
Tibia is the
Fibula.
front, right? Fibula is the side. I think it was the fibula on the side.
Really?
Yeah. So
Really?
I don't know. They did X-rays when I came here. Everything was good, and the intensity of the work that I was doing went down. So I don't know how I got a stress fracture, but I got a stress fracture. They said like 4 to 6 weeks. We're at week 3 right now, and we're starting to do on-court stuff and work back up. Hopefully, in 2 weeks, I'll be full. We did an X-ray yesterday morning, and the outside of the bone, the cortex, which is the solid part, looks really good. The inside is still a little, has some inflammation, but they said, okay, you're good to increase as much as you can without pain. So it was just a weird injury to have because there wasn't like a moment that it happened. It was just my
Yeah.
third game I was playing, hurt really bad. I played through
Really?
it. Probably shouldn't have. And
Really? So
yeah,
how? So it was. So how's it feeling right now?
it's feeling really good.
Yeah.
Today we're doing some jumping, not like light jumping, light jogging here and there, nothing too much. But we're pushing it to the limit without going past the limit, and I'm just ecstatic to be back on the court
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
three
Yeah.
weeks without it has been rough.
It's been hard, man. But your wifey's there now with you.
Wifey's here, and she lived in
At
Israel
last.
before. She knows what to do, how to get around. Everything has
Mm-hmm.
been really, really smooth adjustment so
Is she
far.
driving?
And
Is she driving over there?
she has not been driving. She drove when we were in Israel the first time.
Yeah.
Tel Aviv and just Israeli
It's
traffic in
scary.
general,
It's
man.
scary for the wife. It's
It's
scary for the.
yeah. There's a
It's scary for them to go over there and drive, man.
yeah, yeah. So she said she might not this year. Tel Aviv's got a lot of traffic, and the funny thing about Israel, man, things that we would find rude in America, not rude here. If the light turns green at a stoplight, you'll hear horns behind you, and they're just letting you know to go.
Come on,
So
man.
like we got used to that. We would like if someone wasn't looking and didn't immediately go, we'd give a little horn tap and we're all good, no problem. We go back to Oklahoma. We go back to Oklahoma in the summertime, and I honk my horn, and Ashley goes, "Zach, don't do that." Like,
Ah, that's funny. That's
It was
funny.
rude in America. Yeah.
What else, man? What are some things about Israel that you like? What are some things about Italy? I mean, I say Italy, about overseas that's different
Yeah.
that people wouldn't like normally think about.
Man,
And
every culture is different when it comes to like what it feels like when you're walking out in the street, right? Spain
yeah,
is just relaxed, bro. When there's siesta time is you're you're not doing anything, man. There's somebody
yeah,
you're drinking beer at 2 p.m. every day out in the
yeah,
sun and no
chilling.
shop is open. Just the places that only sell beer and water and tea and stuff.
Uh
Like
huh.
that's it.
Uh huh.
Israel feels hectic when you're out there. People are yelling, and you think that they're mad at each other. They're not. They're just yelling because that's how they communicate
Yeah.
when they're out in the street. It's interesting. Um, you might get bumped a couple times if you leave space in front of you in a line at a gas station. You leave 2 feet of space because you don't want to be up in all close to the person in front of you. Some little old lady's gonna scoot in front of you, and she doesn't even think you're in line and be
No
like,
way.
but that's part of the culture. They just
Yeah. It's
space when you're
too
out in
much
public.
space.
Yeah, you got to be tight. But
It's,
then, man, when you get into their house for a Shabbat dinner, they treat you like family and they love you to death. And they will text you if you need them to pick you up from the airport, they're coming to get you after one dinner with them. Um,
oh, that's real family
but
like. What?
yeah, but there's a lot of conflict.
Where's your favorite place you played at?
I would say Jerusalem. Like our
Yeah.
experience in Jerusalem, not just with the team, but like we had great people around us. We had amazing teammates. My coach was Serbian, and you know this, Serbians have a bad reputation as coaches.
Man.
But man, he was one of the best coaches I ever had. He wanted to get to know you. He wanted to know what buttons to press on you to get you to play the best. And so he'd take you out to coffee and he'd ask you 1,000 questions. He'd talk to you about conspiracy theories with aliens. But he's just trying to learn who you are so he
Really?
can talk to you the right way. Phenomenal. But we really loved that. But we also, I mean, I loved playing in the Czech Republic. Prague is a beautiful city.
Man.
Um,
Heard a lot of
oh
good
my
things
gosh,
about it.
it's so underrated. I think this next FIBA break, me and my wife are going to be going there. This will be the second time I take her to visit because I loved playing there so much.
Really? It's cheap
It's a
too.
great
Is
cheap,
it cheap? Yeah.
beautiful, calm. Prague is just phenomenal. I still got people there from my rookie season, my teammates that are still
Yeah.
there. I'll hit them up and they'll come have a beer with us. It'll be great.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Man, anything else you want to share with us, man? It's been great having you on here. I feel like what time is it over there?
What time? It
Five
is
thirty? 5:40?
8:42 p.m. 8:42 p.m.
Eight
at
forty
night.
two. 8
Yeah, it's an
hours. Okay. Okay.
8 hour time difference. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah. So
Anything
I'll
else you
be
want to share,
here's
man?
um no man. I just
Anything about your journey you want to share?
it's a I think the only thing I can share about my journey is that God's will has been phenomenal for me through injuries, through a war, through a lot of issues with health, with me, with family, with anybody. Like God has been really, really faithful to me and my wife. And whatever comes of this life has just been a blessing. To play this game is a blessing, man. I think basketball is one of the best sports in the world. I think it's the best sport in the world. I'm sure you do too. um,
Yeah.
but the stories that we've gotten from it, and the experiences and the growth we've had from it, it can't be anything other than God's plan for us to grow us as people and have us work towards His kingdom in the places that He's put us and the people around us. And I don't always do the best job of representing Him on the court or in my personal life, but I try my best, and He's been very faithful to me and my wife.
Yeah, man. You've been through a lot, dude. You've been through a lot, and you're still at it. For me, again, bro. Like anytime I see my guys doing well, I'm so excited. Anytime I see somebody that gets injured, bro, I'm like, dang. Like, how can I, talk and reach out to him, man? And to see you, like, literally, bro, we were hooping here not too long ago, a couple
Mhm.
years ago. We were hooping here, and to hear your story about being D2, going to Xavier, like all that stuff, and now you're in EuroLeague. That's crazy. Our listeners won't realize it, but I realize it, bro. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot, and that's a testament to kind of you and your who you are as a person, like being able to persevere. ACL, what you're going through right now, like to just stay the course. That to me is the biggest takeaway from what you're doing, and your lesson is like to show anybody, bro, you can go from wherever. You can go from wherever,
Yeah.
Division II, Oklahoma, Xavier, Michigan, wherever. You can go from wherever and make it to, you know what I'm saying, that level. And so I think it is inspiring, should I say, for the listeners, man,
it.
for me.
I appreciate
And doing it the right
It's been,
way. Family, God, doing it the right way, bro.
yeah. It's definitely a crazy thing about it, man. When I was in college, I was just excited. I had a $3,000 scholarship. That was it, to be a redshirt at Division II, and I didn't think anything about playing pro. I just wanted to play basketball and get a degree. So, like, yeah, to have that be my life story so far has been really, really cool. Hoping it keeps going, and I'm honestly every year I get more and more excited to retire, but I'm definitely really, really happy.
Really?
Oh man, we're homebodies, bro. We miss Oklahoma a lot.
Really?
But I still got games to play. I still got money to make. I still got people to build relationships with, and that's really, really important right now. And I know that, and I'm excited about all those things. But when I hang those shoes up, I will be on a ranch in Oklahoma, and you won't need to see me anywhere else.
You gonna ride some horses? Big 6'10", Jokic riding some horses?
Absolutely. Get some wild animals out there. I'll have a zebra. You'll see. I'll have a zebra.
It's interesting to me, man, to see guys like yourself. Like, I know a couple guys who are doing really, really well. Like, really well overseas. And they're like, man, I can't wait till it's over. I'm like, well, give me your time. Let me get the time you got.
I'm not ready to give it up yet, for sure.
Enjoy it.
As you get older.
Enjoy. How old are you? 29? 30?
I turned 30 this summer, so I'm 29 right now. I will hit the 30 ball. I hate that feeling.
Old man.
I'm seeing a lot of people younger than me get older, and I'm like, dang, I'm old.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. Well, you're doing it the right way. Enjoy it, document it, share it. We're gonna do our best to share it here. I think this was a great episode by you, man. I loved hearing your story. Even though I know you, to sit down and have these in-depth conversations with you guys, man, I get a lot of joy from it. I know our listeners get a lot of knowledge and a lot of help from it as well. So I thank you, man, just for coming on here and sharing all of your experience with us.
I appreciate it, man. I've seen some of your stuff already, and I was like, oh man, I hope I get the call. It'd be a cool conversation.
Stop. All right, so I invite Zach. He's like, oh, yeah, I get to come on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, of course, man. Of course. My guy. Well, man, I appreciate you. I wish you the best of luck. Hope you heal up well, and obviously we'll stay in touch. And, yeah, man, thank you.